Paul's Sandworm ride took 3 months to film practically. Dune 2's Timothée Chalamet tops process. It took 3 months to film Paul's Sandworm ride with practical effects, and Dune 2's Timothée Chalamet is opening up about how they did it. Welcome to All In News. Filming Dune Part 2 has been a time-consuming challenge for leading man Timothée Chalamet. The long-awaited follow-up to 2021's Dune is another step in Paul Atreides' journey as he works to fulfill a prophecy and avenge his family. Along the way, he needs to continue to earn the trust of Arrakis people, and all while taking on some of the strongest forces in the universe. If those challenges weren't enough, he also needs to ride a sandworm. It may sound thrilling to cling to a sandworm, but filming for Dune Part 2 has been a long and tedious journey. Speaking exclusively to Screen Rant, Chalamet explained that it took 3 months to shoot the scene, which would eventually be whittled down to just 3 minutes of on-screen time. Much of the scene is done with practical effects, at least to the extent that it was possible to do so. Check out his full quote below. Practically, it was a different unit that was separate from the film. We called it the worm unit, and you would get pulled onto that unit 20 or 30 minutes at a time, and they would slot the availabilities in relation to the main production schedule. And it was awe-inspiring. There was a wall this size of a shot list that they were dedicating, like, you put 3 months for what's ultimately a 3-minute sequence. It can sound perhaps silly, but it's actually one of the most affirming moments for Paul Atreides on his journey. It is a crucial test for him to pass, one that Stilgar and Chani are wary of because, to this point, it's not really sure if this prophecy is one that he's fulfilling. He could fall off the worm as many have before him, so it was a thrill to shoot. They got it as practically invigorating as they could, with a rig that shook violently without getting an actual sandworm. And it was a dream to shoot that. Why does Paul need to ride a sandworm? The sandworm ride is a crucial moment in Paul's journey that will decide everything for him. He could easily fall off and suffer the fate of many others who encounter the worms, a merciless death. Yet he needs to try, if only because it will prove to the people of Arrakis that he really is the prophesied Lisan al-Gaib. That would be the only way he could avenge House Atreides. Paul is important to the Fremen, because they believe that he is a figure with a grand destiny. As he fights the ever-powerful Harkonnens, he will need their military support. Yet to secure their allegiance, Paul needs to prove that he really can be one of them. That means living among them, following their traditions, and proving that he is capable of riding sandworms just as confidently as they can. Additionally, the Fremen both worship sandworms and consider them extraordinary assets for life on the desert planet. With the support of the sandworms, they can travel across vast distances in remarkably short spans of time. That is not only a useful tool for the Fremen people, but it is also a military asset. If Paul is going to stand against the Emperor's forces, knowing how to ride and even potentially control sandworms allows him to sneak up on his enemies. Dune Part 2 will prove Paul's power to the Fremen and, eventually, to the universe. See you! Don't forget to subscribe. Love you!